Hi everyone and welcome to today's class. Lovely gatherings is the title that the guides gave me, and they said that any celebration or just gathering, being together with loved ones, family, friends, whoever you want to be with is a very good idea. And if you don't have anything to celebrate, invent something, and maybe you just like to host at your house, tell everyone to bring something and to just show up and share the love. Okay, so let's see what we can do or how these energies work in our body. So we've got the little toes in line with the hips or muscle line, little fingers in line with your shoulders, nose, sternum, navel, pubic bone in line. Sit bones together, and then it's like a big fountain coming through your head continuously. Ribs together, navel towards your spine, and knees and elbows are relaxed. And we're good to go to start with the reaffirmation of the upper arms. So we've got the palms to the front, shoulder blades are parallel, and the little fingers towards the thumbs. Everything's long, ribs together, and as you think of this fountain, you always feel the length and the length. And sometimes we need to think from our chin to just go slightly backwards to feel the line. Because as we know, with all this screen work, whatever it is, we're likely to do something like this. So it's like back and up. I hope you can see it. Okay, so just try that. And if in doubt, you can just stand against the wall for a moment. That also helps. Any questions? Let me know. Little fingers towards the thumbs one more time. I always like to do this twice. But as you know, you prioritize your intuition. So you feel this here. Yeah, nothing tense. It's all the line, the length coming through here, and then the length through your arms, and that's what it is. Relaxing here, and just relaxing. Yeah, we've got a visit on the balcony. The pigeons are always there. Okay, so always three-dimensional, so it's not affecting your shoulders. Now, from the thumbs towards the little fingers, everything's long, very, very relaxed. And ribs together and relax. Okay, we do this one more time. Thumbs towards the little fingers, everything's long, ribs together. And relax. Okay, so with that same muscle coordination, you don't have to remember it, because I want to remind you. We go to the end of the mat. Now again, sit bones, think the length, and just roll down vertebra by vertebra and make sure everything is relaxed. Yeah, and you can of course bend your knees anytime, put something underneath your hands, whatever you've got at hand, a little chair, books, yoga blocks, whatever you've got, right? Okay, so wherever you are is perfect, and now we start with the lengthening of the back. Not as much as I do, I'm trying to show it, but really it's visualization and thought. So breathing in, and then we just think the fountain, lengthening through the head, making sure that the elbows are pointing towards the legs. Okay, and relax, breathing in. On the out breath, sit bones head, lengthen everything, and relax, breathing in. Out, lengthening, and relaxing, bending the knees, just have the blood flow back. Before we do this one more time, look at the middle finger, take it as a reference, have the arm just floating, and it's just indicating the direction, because what we really do is lengthen, so fountain as always, and then turn the body while lengthening continuously. That's important. Never turn without lengthening, so try to reprogram the body. Bring it in, and sit bone's head is long, and now you're looking at the middle finger, lengthening here, and navel in, coming back, and bring in, lengthening on the other side. Just have the arm floating, and it doesn't matter how far you get. It does not have to look the same as it looks in me. It's about the feeling. So whatever you feel and visualize, that is the important thing. And lengthen, relaxing the elbow on the other side. Coming back, navel in, and relaxing. And just bend and have the blood flowing back. The next exercise is the third set exercise. Everything else is, I haven't got a clue what to expect today. And it's about stability, and it's for your lower back and hips. So to create a little bit of space there, because we know what the issues are when we get older. So, and every 4 weeks if you're female anyway. So, the other thing is that if you create stability in your body, that's energy in motion that is manifesting physically. It also manifests physically in other areas of your life. So you get more stability in your life. Isn't that great? So we can work it physically and we get it in, well, everywhere. So, starting off as we did with the other exercise, wherever you are, and then bending the upper leg. The other one is bent fine, no problem. So you can, you can be everywhere. Important, you've got your sit bones, your hip bones parallel to the floor, and your heel of your supporting back leg, the heel of your supporting leg is on the floor. Yeah, okay. And lengthening into every direction, and if you notice that your thoughts don't make any difference, change your legs. So it can take a little bit longer on one side than on the other, but that's fine. Lengthening, coming up, and releasing. Okay, right. We repeat this, either same thing, you sleep long, whatever happens, or you try to lengthen a little bit more. And then I have to do it dynamically, still working this same thing, but yes, it's each time we're making progress and I get new insights. So it looks like there is still a way to go, but it's going to be very interesting. Okay, lengthening. And back. I have to see that I'm not turning here, trying to lengthen more. So, lengthening, other leg. And coming back, lengthening. Lengthening. And one more. And lowering, just having the blood flowing back. And just check in with the body. Just see how it is. Just give it a little massage. Maybe you want to stretch it out. Do that. Nobody's looking, nobody's watching. Give it a little shake. 3-dimensional with your arms. Maybe the Chinese trampling exercise for your lymphatic system. And also, if you like it a little bit more, you can do it this way. Here. Head down and everything's numb. Okay, so what's up now? If your body does something, whatever it looks like, but it feels good, great. Totally Fine, okay, yeah. They want to start from the center, trying to center us a little bit more. So little toes in line with your hips and muscle line, and then you've got your hands behind your neck. And what we do first of all is the technique for the abs. So sit bones, head lengthening, coming up, navel in, and then lengthening at the front. If you like, you push a little bit against your hands and lower. Okay, so one more time. And lengthening, sit bones, head lengthen, lengthen, okay, and lengthening. So it's the back and the front of your body that's longer. Okay, so coming up again, lengthening. Right, what do you want? A little bit more abs. Okay, 90 degrees. From here, energy through your heels, through your navel, so it's like out, through, and of course, always, the fountain is always the strongest. Getting the most energy, I'm trying to say. Breathing in, sit bones to your head, coming up, and bend your legs, again, same position. And now, if you like, you try to turn your feet a little bit. So the heels stay where they are, and this is what your feet do. And then you notice that wherever direction they are pointing to, your diagonal abs get activated or touched, whatever you want to say. And relax. Just remember or notice that your navel has to stay in, because otherwise it's not helpful. Okay, so one more time, sit bones towards the head, lengthening, and we're just repeating that. 90 degrees, energy through your heels, easy, toes easy, and just turn. So if you notice this is not yet your thing, because you're new here and I know this exercise is not easy, you know, you just try to get into that position, feel your abs, and that's it. And that's the success of the exercise. So it's not about doing it as I do it and then please 100 times. No. Okay? It's about the feeling. So one more time, sit bones, head coming up. And now we're lengthening the legs, so if you can be here, but you can also be here, sit bones. And heels in one line is also here, not only here. And your knees are easy. So the idea is energy through your toes, through your navel, and again, the fountain in motion. Okay, that was the preparatory one. Now from here, sit bones towards your head, coming up, and lengthen. And now we're opening the toes, keeping the heels together. So we're opening while lengthening the legs. Totally, slowly, and the more energy you send through your upper body, the more you notice it in the center of your body. Yes. Okay, and of course here, reaffirmation of the upper thighs. Navel in and turn. And down, I wanted to say, relax. Okay, is there one more? Come on, tell me. Sit bones, yeah, they say, come on. So what do you want? Up. Okay, release your arms if you can. Lengthen. Little fingers in line with your underarms and lengthen. If you notice that it's awkward here, have one hand or both there. Yes, don't do it. Okay, releasing. Again, hands behind your head, coming up, sit bones head. This is the fountain in motion, and then legs up. And now just release your arms, little fingers parallel, and then think longer, lengthening up, and lengthening down, lower, 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 and release. The important thing is not directly I'm lengthening through my fountain, you don't see that I'm actually trying to describe a part of a circle, like you feel it inside, because your core constantly works. If I would do up and down, it would not work from the inside, right? So you feel that difference. Okay, now they say relax. Okay, so we do that. And they've already shown they want the rolling on the balls of the feet next. So we do that. First of all, you can do it in two versions. You can do it either on the underarms, which I'm going to demonstrate now, and you can also do it in the plank position. So if you like, try both and then choose. If you're new and you first do just little toes in line with your little fingers, lengthening, that's enough. Yeah? Trying to think long. So it's really about the fountain, and it's not about holding. This would be holding, right? And this is the fountain working. So what the exercise is, rolling on the balls of your feet 3 times. Make sure to not sink back, because then your butt will lift, and then you lengthen one leg and roll. And this is easier than you think, because what we really do is sending energy through the fountain, upper body, and a little energy through the heel. And then energy in 2 directions, law of physics, holds itself, right? And not we are holding it. So from here, sit bone head, lengthening, little toes in line with your little fingers. This is the other version. You're rolling 3 times at the beginning, at the very beginning. Later on, you can just start with the legs. So leg, roll, back, down. Leg up, roll back, lower. Leg up, roll. I'm always in between breathing in, and then I do everything here on the, or with the out breath. And if that's not challenging enough, you can lengthen the leg and you can slightly open it and come back. And it's the same principle than what we just had with the arms. It's not open back, it's always thinking like in a little circle. So from here, so I'm saying it's not necessary to always do the rolling, but you can lift the leg, roll, slightly open in a circle, coming back in a circle, roll back, lower. Leg up, roll, open, back, roll, leg down. Leg up, roll, open, back, roll, leg down. Leg up, roll, open, back, roll, leg down, pause. Yeah? Okay. Relax. Yes. Okay, got it. Relax. Right, so just here, and they already said they want us to do everything. So, what is everything? Do you want sideways push-ups? Yes. Okay, with leg lengthening, okay, we do that. So, sideways push-ups, the shoulders in line with your hips and your heels, and then you embrace the upper shoulder blade with your underneath arm, trying to be as long as you can from here. And put the hand down next to you, making sure that the elbow is pointing in that direction, because otherwise this is not good. If you want to put something underneath here and here, you can do that. Or you can also look down. And now, we're not aiming at coming up. Yes, no, I know you can come up somehow, not interested. But sit bones head long, and now thinking like in a circular movement coming up and down. That's what we want. So coming up and lengthening to come down. And one more time, lengthening and lengthening and lengthening and lengthening and lengthening. I'm to do 6 today. That's what they at the moment always tell me. But please follow your intuition. And if you're new here and you can't come up, this is not the task. The task is to lengthen, yeah? Lengthen your legs and to lengthen your body. So here, when you get to here, then if you can't get up, relax. And go again, sit bones head. Everything's here, okay? And yeah, at some point you will anyway come up. And if your legs come up, no problem, swing them diagonally into the floor. Okay, so now changing position, middle finger in line with your ear, hips and heels. And again, if you want to put something underneath or here, do that, right? It can also be here. But at first, to just like take the measurements, the line, I always recommend to do this. And then place it. Okay, so this arm has to be in contact with your body to assure your shoulders. Now from here, again, not lifting, it's again the lengthening, and also the lengthening of the leg that then makes that your hip can be in line with your little toe. And release, breathing in, and lengthening. Navel, and just let it flow down. Right. Okay, so one more time. Lengthening the upper body first, and then energy through the heel. And now we're turning the entire leg, so it's coming from the hip. And this means we need to lengthen, to release all this here. And relax. Breathing in. And lengthening, and turn, and lower. Okay, breathing in, and lengthening, and now this time we're lengthening even more, and especially here, yes, and of course at the back, because then we can turn the leg inwards. And if you tense this here, you can just take like the heel of your hand here and massage with a flat hand. That really, really helps. Yeah, because it's about we want to lengthen and lengthen. So again, what we had before, trying to create some space between the lower back and the hip region, and release. Good. Now from here we do a little game. First of all, we lengthen, and you can do that either here, lengthening, or here, or here. So it's lengthening in both directions, upper body, fountain, and energy through the legs. And if you like, you can also bend your legs with that. You now try to describe a big circle and come up. This is only a trial for the muscle coordination, and it helps you if you have injuries or anything, because then other muscles can help compensate without problems, because we're working in alignment. Okay, other side. Shoulders, hips and heels in line, embracing the upper shoulder blade. Now put the hand next to your body and lengthen, and as I'm saying, you can put something underneath if you like a blanket or a little cushion or a towel, whatever. Okay, so lengthening, and then you either come up or you don't. And if your legs come up, as I said before, you can sink them diagonally into the floor, and at some point they just stay calmly on the floor. So that's all fine, there's nothing wrong with you. Also, if you think this exercise is totally impossible, you're totally right. Lengthen, but at some point it will come up. So lengthening. Just make sure that you don't try to come up. Yeah, let's put it this way, the old way. Because then your body doesn't understand that it's Better to learn something new. Lengthening. Coming with the lowering down. Okay, good. So now changing the position. Middle finger in line with your ear. If you like to put something underneath your hips and your heels. Changing the position of the arm, elbow in contact with your body. And now again, lengthen the upper body. Yeah? So you've got the fountain and lengthen the legs. So it's not all weight on here. Yeah? So it's really lengthening here. Little toe in line with the hip. Lengthening and releasing. Breathing in and lengthening, lengthening everything and lowering. Okay, now breathing in, lengthening again. This is like hip, or if your muscle line is wider, that's the outer reference point for your toes. And then lengthen to turn, okay? And release. Right, breathing in, and lengthening, and lengthening, and lengthen while you keep turning, keep lengthening. Everything's long through your head. This is where the energy comes out, and release. Okay, one more time, breathing in. Same thing, parallel, and now lengthening, and it slowly turns in, lengthen, ribs together, and lowering. And if there is tension, massage, yeah? And again, parallel, lengthening upper body, and in, and see where there is tension. And there you just release a little bit. Chinese medicine teaches us that as well. Lengthen. Okay, so now either lengthen the toes, lengthen here, upper body and legs, or you can be here, or you can be here. Just make sure you're not too far back, because we don't want to have the shoulders tensing again. Lengthening. I think we practiced that enough. Do you agree? Lengthen, and now we think of a big circle, and remember you can bend your legs. Lengthening, and yeah, I just needed to stretch, right? So if you feel something, okay, this is right now, feels good, always do that. Now relax your back, whatever is necessary there. And the guides say that, yes, to complete this, we're doing the backward balance. Okay, good. Good with me, fine with me. Okay, so from here, you can actually bend your legs for this exercise. Important thing is to have them together and to think from your nose to in between your big toes. Now, your elbows are in line, little fingers in line with your elbows. Breathing in. On the out breath, it's not about getting up. You don't have to come up. It's about the length. So this is the success of the exercise. Thinking the center line and the length. And then you either get up, think long. Remember your head is also in the movement, so the energy is coming out here. You know, where I've got my head, my hair put together now. Hopefully my head as well. Okay, breathing in and lengthening. And this is relaxed. Yeah, very important. And lower. And now we're doing it here. And the important thing is to always have the fountain going and to keep it going until you feel your butt on the floor. Okay? Otherwise, we've got trouble, we'll get in trouble here, and we don't want that. Bend your legs, especially if you do it for the first time, right? Don't exaggerate lengthening. It's about the visualization and the feeling that makes the success, not about that it looks like I'm doing it, right? Okay, so sit both head, lengthening. And now see, can you lengthen a little bit more? Now you bend your elbows, you slowly get your butt down while you keep going with your fountain and relax. One more time, breathing in. On the out breath, lengthen everything, now butt slowly up. Lengthen. And then bend your elbows slowly down and relax. Okay, so if all that was fine, you can lengthen your leg a little bit more. Remember, circular movement and lower. Most important is that your fountain keeps going, because otherwise, come here. Because otherwise, the core doesn't work, obviously. Yeah, so from here, you can lengthen. You can start with 1 centimeter. Well, this is a little bit more so you can see it, and lower, okay? I really recommend that. Don't be too ambitious if you're doing it for the first time. Now I'm trying to do it very slowly, always relax after one, so that you can see it. Lengthen, lengthening, and lengthening, and lowering, and lengthening. And I keep lengthening, and this is easy. The other one is difficult because of the situation in the hip. But everything is coming on. Lengthening and lowering, elbows relaxed. Okay, just relax your back. And yes, here's the surprise. It's not really a surprise, but they want the candle at the end. Okay, so, well, the candle. The scissor exercise, which means lengthening the legs and really feel your butt. So if you're new here, you just take your legs up however you can. You're fine if you don't have to stretch them. Arms next to your body, and then you think the center line, and you separate your legs, but don't think like this. Yeah, like our scissors. Think of lengthening and lengthening backwards, and of course continuously we've got the fountain going. So if you're like here with bent legs, navel in, and from your navel together. Navel in, and from your navel you open, and you come back from your navel and relax. Okay, so it's really lengthening, lengthening. Okay, and if you can do a candle, you can do that same exercise in candle position. Trying to always, of course, everything here needs to be relaxed, okay? So you're here, and lengthening, separating, and make sure that the back leg, which has a harder job, is your reference. Not the leg coming towards your head. That's not the challenge. Challenge is the other leg, and you can feel that. And coming back, and lengthening, 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 and coming back, and one more time, lengthening, and coming back, and flex. Above the head, remove your arms and slowly come down. And have your head coming up. It's totally normal, right? But if you practiced a long time like I did, eventually it stays down. But this is fine. Okay. Yeah, the guides are content and say that we're well prepared. And I'm just trying to find out what this all was about, and they just said that, yes, we had a quite intense workout, but that was because they want us to be more aware of our inner strength. We may have some very deep conversations where we could need that, and apart from that, the challenging times we live in also require this. I agree. Well, let me know in the comments what you think. For now, thank you very, very much for participating in today's workout. Of course, if you like to play the YouTube game, I'm very grateful for any help with this channel, and if you want a daily dose of the guides, you can have it on Instagram at How to Dance. Have a lovely week, enjoy the day, and we see